Death Watch.
Okay, so you guys are in Ilion. We have the return of the real Cho'Gath. Will the real Cho'Gath please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. All right. Cho'Gath, was there anything that you wanted to do during that downtime that you guys had in Ilion? You have 3 days, and you have one more day here before you leave to Lugard.
No, there wasn't. There's nothing I want to buy or anything like that.
Okay.
I imagine I'll wander around and look at the city for a bit, but
I'll loan you some money if you want to buy that light warhorse.
no, thank you.
There's a 2-to-1 interest.
Adina, was there anything that you had wanted to do?
Yeah, I want to go try to find an Ongriel. I'll do this by saying I want to rummage for like old oddities, knickknacks, collectible type figurines.
Okay.
But the end goal is hopefully to find some idiot that doesn't know they have an Ongriel and buy it off of them super cheap.
All right. Do a gather information. We'll see if you can find a spot to find some antiques.
No.
What'd you get?
8.
Okay.
Rolled a 1.
Yeah, you get pointed in the direction of some merchants who are reported to sell very old items from some dating back to the Age of Legends. So you can go check those out if you'd like to.
Which quarter, like district, are they located in?
I'm gonna save up for the heavy, because shine irons are
How much
heavy
do those
capital.
cost?
It's like 60 gold.
Oh, I only have 15.
Yeah, same here.
It's gonna fall apart.
So
Does anybody know what districts they have in Ilion?
It doesn't matter. Just make
Yeah.
one up. The only one that I think they really talk about is the perfume district, which is like the ghetto.
Yeah.
And then the hall where we swore the oath, but I don't remember what it's called. Or not the hall, but the square.
Yeah,
The
so
square
it'll
of
be like
Talmas,
the
that's what I call
the
it.
merchants district.
All right.
Right.
Yeah. I'll go poke around there for my day. I don't expect to find anything.
Ilioners have no imagination.
Yeah.
What do you
This
call
is
this
just where
district with all the
merchants
merchants district? Oh, you Ilioner dog.
Well, that was something you missed, Brandon Travis and the ship captain, because we got a discount. What's his name? Bale Doman.
Yeah.
For our ship captain, and him and Travis were always getting into it.
But yeah, you can find the place that you were directed to. When you get in there, if you start looking at the gear or the items that they have there. Do they not have? Oh, there. Do an appraise.
Oh,
Did anybody name their horse?
rolled off the thing. but
Okay.
no.
You can go ahead
You
and
guys
roll
got
again
horses?
if you want
I
me
have
to.
just a regular, not a war horse.
14.
Okay, so yeah, I mean these aren't very good copies. There you can tell that there's been some things done to them to make them look old, but there's some things in there that are obviously very new, and yeah, so you do find some things that do have the appearance of being old.
Well, that doesn't
It's-
matter because
yeah.
I'm going for feel here, because I should be able to sense if it's a Ongriel, right? Once I get near enough to it.
Don't you have to be embracing to
I
do
don't
that?
think so.
The only thing I remember in the books is when Elaine was doing it, and she actually had to touch it to
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah, and Avienda's thing is she had to channel into it. That was to identify what it did. I'm trying to remember if they just knew it.
Well, she had all the stuff from where they found the bowl of winds in wagons,
Yeah,
and she'd go and she'd pick it up
and touch it.
and
Okay.
touch it, and then she'd put the one. If it was nothing, it went there. If it was something, Ongriel had a different like resonance. I think is how
Okay.
it was described.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, I mean, as you're going through picking things up, putting them down, yeah, you don't find anything like that in there.
No.
So, is that all that you wanted to do? Was search around in there? Okay. So, Falk, did you want to do anything your last day?
Yeah, I figure that if I'm going to be a merchant guard, I should look the part. So I'm going to go look for some weapons, and seeing as how we're in Ilion and there are some Ilion lancers around, I'm going to figure that's what I'm supposed to look like. So I'm going to go find myself a military riding saddle
Okay.
for my light horse.
Your light non-war horse.
Light non-war horse.
What's his name or her?
I don't have a name for him yet.
Every horse has a name.
Roach.
I'll figure one out before the end.
I'm calling my horse the Amerlin seat.
You might
Bloody
want
witches.
to rethink that.
So yeah, I'll get the riding saddle. I'm gonna pick up a lance. I'm gonna pick up a short bow that I can shoot from horseback, and then I'm gonna see a fancy sword that I just fall in love with.
Did you just have to get?
Yeah,
Okay.
Are you essentially going to spend the amount for a masterwork weapon on all this random stuff? What are you doing?
no, I'm gonna buy a masterwork sword, a lance, the riding saddle, and the short bow.
Dude, have him accidentally procure a Heron Mark blade, not a power rot one. But then you could have all the people wanting to test themselves against him.
I like that. I second that.
How much does it cost to buy a Masterworks?
3 gold plus the base cost.
I thought it was 30.
Or is it 30?
I think it's 10 to 1. You got to look up the conversion.
Oh, it's 30
though.
marks. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't afford a masterwork,
Okay.
but yeah, I'll try and find a nice looking
But yeah, you find
sword that I'll pay a bit
one that
extra
has
for.
some flair to it.
Still make it a heron mark, except it like the hilt
Marks?
jiggles.
I'll go
Not
over
here.
100 marks.
Well, I actually haven't looked at it, but my recollection was
10 marks.
10
is a
marks
gold.
is 1
Yeah.
gold. So I think I would look at the book.
10
Look at
silver is a
purchase.
mark. 10 marks is a gold, and 10 copper.
Here's the conversion.
Silver
Chris, you want to pass that?
But I make that mistake all the time. I try to do WoW conversion.
Yeah.
In fact, I did it with like my starting jewelry. It's because they went with silver pennies
Instead of silver.
instead of marks, and it's like, why don't you just go to the highest denomination? It's 5 marks per.
They like to mess with you.
And then Rafe, what would you said you wanted to get a sword?
Yeah, just the short sword.
Short sword. Okay. Yeah,
Can we
you
make
can.
his a heron mark one.
You can find the short sword.
Just a regular.
He has the ego for it.
He does, but
Through my
they
clip.
don't have any heron mark blades. If you want to spend some time searching, you might be able to find one.
They have a pigeon one though.
A pelican.
Yeah,
Because it'll
there
be
you go.
attached to a blade master who
flamingo.
you have to kill for it, but you can find
That's
one.
not a
if
bad idea.
you want.
You should like pick one out that has like
So
a
as soon as they see Cho'Gath, they're just like, here,
scene
just
of like
don't.
fishing
Here.
boats on the scabbard or something.
And just talk down to every heron mark. I mean, you got a heron mark? You need to get on this pelican. Below.
I got a pelican blade.
I got a pelican mark blade.
Ooh, you could get a silver pike one. They're dangerous, ain't they?
All right. Yeah, if you want to go with Falk, you can get the same access to gear that he has.
Also, seek out Cho'Gath once I get my blade.
Okay.
I'll hide from him.
Okay.
There's Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath!
Let's get the hiding spot.
Hides like a bloody Aiel.
Yeah.
He
The
just
fight's
kinda
like one too.
shrinks his neck down in his armor.
Can't hide.
Just, you
I
can't.
literally can't.
There's a check penalty.
Yes.
He's got a warder's cloak now. Though
They're 1,000 gold.
he
crowns.
spent too much time with Adina. All right, so night comes on after your day of shopping, and tomorrow you'll set out for Lugard along the Ilion Lugard road. So that again will take you 28 days to get there. It'll take you 28 days to get there. He's not gonna push his wagon. but it'll be 450 miles that you travel. So, let's see. We'll need one more night's in cost, and then you guys will set out in the morning. So, there's the inn. 2 marks if you wanted a good room, 5 silver if you wanted a common room, 2 silver if you wanted a poor room. So
I'll take a good room if they have it.
yeah, they have one available.
I'm okay with 4-1.
One. Oh no, we got a battle. Just one?
What do
If
you
not, I'll defer to the.
No, they have they have enough for all of you if you wanted it. Yeah, it's pretty large inn.
Yeah, as we ride, I'm going to try and mimic the military look of the Lancers, at least for a few miles.
Did you get a
back
golden
sword.
bee
Your
tabard
back
as
is-
well?
I didn't get the tabard.
Okay. That was,
Well, that's one thing that we should have all discussed since we're hunters for the horn now. Was getting a tabard that we all wear.
Oh yeah,
We could
that's a good
discuss it
idea.
now.
It's too late. You guys didn't think of it.
all right. So night passes
Call it
uneventfully.
Cho'Gath's children.
That's
I agree.
that would be very appropriate for the
Dress
way that this
all
has
in
been
white.
going so far.
How
Gold
we've been
sunburst.
With a
fighting.
gold sunburst, yeah. That looks familiar.
Does it have the crook as well?
It's a copyright
Red crook.
infringement. Yeah.
Okay, so
White cloaks will take us
we're-
to court.
Wearing the wrong colors
Yeah.
of their child.
did anybody have geography?
No.
Yeah, I don't think any of us did. I think that was part of the fun of coming out through the way or the Camelin waterways.
Where did we think we were? Oh, just outside of
Just
camp.
Yeah,
outside
just
the
outside
camp.
the
You told
Camelin.
us we were just outside Camelin.
Sure is hot.
All right, so you guys set off in the morning. Again, you travel 16 miles per day. So the first day passes uneventfully. Nice, easy travel along the road.
So what's all in this wagon train? Is it just us and the merchant, or is
Yeah,
it multiple
so
carts? Or?
you guys and the merchant and his wagon, and then
Okay.
a 2-team horse, yeah, or a 2-team wagon.
It's a good
So-
thing Cho'Gath is here, otherwise this guy'd be dead.
But yeah, the first day, passes uneventfully. You find a spot to camp outside of Ilion there. You guys gonna set up any type of watch for the night? So he does let you know. I mean, the reason why he wants guards isn't is mainly bandits, right? This is a very known road, pretty well traveled, but
What was the name of the
bandits know
road
that.
again? The Silver Road or something?
This one,
The King's Road.
this one was the Ilion Lugard Road. Yeah.
Rafe won't think of it. He has no
Yeah, we should set up a watch.
military training.
There could be Trollocs.
Trollocs, bah.
Although
You're right. There could be Trollocs.
Well, we might have to do a bluff if Cho'Gath says that to, keep up appearances. That we're,
he's from Shinar.
Yeah, that's
yeah, but
Everybody
everyone,
just assumes.
everyone else isn't. Though,
Everyone's sister's a Trolloc in China.
so. You dirty dog. That sounds like fighting words.
But yeah, I'll also try and practice the sword with Cho'Gath in the evenings.
okay.
Yeah, will you train us, Shoga?
Yeah, I will.
I know a little bit.
Guess I'll sit around and play my harp around the fire. See how I do. Super good.
Okay, so yeah, the
All right. So the
24.
next time I level up, I'll take some points in perform instruction.
So it's you're not really good at teaching, but you're good at looking like
Good at
you're
making
teaching.
it, yeah. I don't know. That's the only thing I could think.
Profession.
Yeah, profession is would be instructor, military trainer.
Yeah, okay, that works. Well,
But
that's
unlike
linked to wisdom, which is no good for me.
also
Fix
unlike
something else.
like Shadowrun, like you wouldn't be able to teach them
Perform
anything. You might act,
swordsmanship,
Well, I think there are some notes
Yeah.
that
killing blows.
Doesn't
It's up to
Blade
the
Dancer
DM.
have- isn't there one of the prestige classes that requires to perform?
Yeah, there's
Gleeman.
a couple of them, I think.
Yeah, there's Gleeman. I thought the Swordmaster had one too, or something like that.
Master.
But as far as the watch goes, yeah, I guess I'm taking Shogoth's lead on that. So I'll just start bedding down at first, under one of the carts
Well,
or the cart.
yeah, I'll bring up that we need to set a watch in case we're attacked by brigands.
Well, yes, I was just about to say so myself.
Okay, what do you want?
I'll take
your-
the first watch.
Okay.
Okay,
hey,
I'll
roll,
take the last watch.
an intelligence or a wisdom. So
Yes,
that
I'll
way you
take
can
the
try to
middle
see
watch.
what song I'm playing.
Okay. No.
Okay.
Oh, I can't think of a song name.
Well, it doesn't matter because all the ones she plays are very lewd. If she can get away with it, it's just that she doesn't sing them. So it's on a harp, so it sounds classier in her in her opinion too. But yeah, all she plays are really lewd, like merchant guard
Hey,
songs.
I recognize that song. That's the Three Saddle Sore Sisters.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, that's how they play it where I'm from.
different name, different.
Yeah.
There's, yes, different name, slightly different words, but overall the tune and the
Yeah.
theme of it is the same.
You're playing it all wrong. Put your finger here.
Smack his hand.
Yeah, so he reaches over to finger your lute. You said
Harp.
harp. Okay, your harp, but you want to smack his hand away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I give him a sniff too. Not like I'm sniffing him, but you know the
There's,
angry.
she head goes up and
Wow.
and you feel even more the fool, and you think to yourself, why do these bloody women always thinking that they're better than everybody else?
Do I
general
have a voice in my head?
Well, it's what you're thinking to yourself.
It's what
right?
drives you to get poor Falk drunk and his ear pierced.
The only one that I'd seen, Justin, is
Yeah, just
is the
Gleeman.
Gleeman. Yeah.
It's of no importance.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you wanted to try and instruct them in it, I'll let you use it untrained.
The
Yeah.
basics. It's like I'm not teaching them anything.
Well, the idea was just to pave the role-playing way. Of,
Yeah.
Just go through the
That's what I
forms
meant
with
to
them.
say on that. Like, if we were like being actually strict on like how you could cross class, you probably couldn't cross class armsman
Right.
just at willy nilly. But if he was an instructor,
Then you could.
you probably could.
Yeah, I mean, every Borderlander has had to instruct somebody in the way of the sword.
In the way of the blade.
While you guys were cozy in the south, I was learning the blade.
Adina also
Joe got
calls you a
tips
ruler.
fedora.
And now that the barbarians are at the gates,
So yeah, I got first watch.
Okay, go ahead and do your spot and listens.
I guess I'll go first watch with you if you want.
Sure.
I'll keep playing my harp.
yeah, I'll take last watch.
And then Falk was middle.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what do we got, Dina?
13 and 21. Spot
Okay.
listen.
And Rafe?
7 and 10. Listen spot.
So you're too entranced by the music.
Well, it's because I switched over to like the Damani's wink.
Okay. Yeah, as all of a sudden Adina is moving.
No, song. The song I'm playing
Oh,
on
okay.
the harp is
I
called
thought
the
you were
Damani's
gonna.
wink.
I got a
I thought
dancing
you were
girl.
going to the traditional Domani there. As try your luck with him.
Can't help themselves but dance.
As
At
soon
night.
as there's one man around, but yeah, I mean, you're entranced by the music, and you don't see or hear anything other than you're playing there. All right, and then Falk, we'll have you do a spot and a listen, as that passes uneventfully. Other than that,
Okay. Spot was a 20. Listen was a 16.
okay, yeah. So same thing. I mean, it's noticeably quieter now that you don't have beautiful music playing, but nothing other than animals in the night.
Before I go to my bedroll, I'll inform Falk that it's necessary for, was it like proper warriors do their watch from the saddle? So.
I will slowly walk around the entire camp on my horse.
So you are supposed to act as if you're under the 3 oaths already.
I know.
Okay. All right.
The creator, shelter a fool. Gotta pick on him. You can't
All right.
help it.
So yeah, nothing against animals. That's it. And
Is my horse going to have any kind of fatigue the next day from walking all night and all day?
or you're actually walking it,
No, I'm
or are
on
you?
it. I'm riding it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're pushing it now. So, all right, and then Cho'Gath on your last watch there, if you want to do your spot and listen.
10 spot, 23 listen.
So you don't see anything, but you hear the horse muttering under its breath about a light blasted fool riding it day and night.
Yeah, I was going to... when I see that he's not getting on his horse, I'm going to ask him about it.
Yeah, you gotta let him rest.
But I was told by Adina that I'm supposed to be on my horse during my watch.
With all respect to Adina, she doesn't know what she's about.
The mad Damani strikes again.
I'm going to be angry.
All right, yeah, it's
Perhaps she played a joke on you.
That's not a funny joke.
No, it's cruel.
it's even crueler to the animals. Yeah, and it passes uneventfully, and then morning comes around. Elbrith comes out of his wagon and starts instructing Rafe to saddle the horses and get the team hitched, and sits down around the campfire with his with some cookware, and has Falk. There's some food on the side of the wagon. Why don't you go get that and cook this?
Okay.
And then goes back into his wagon.
Okay.
Well, I'll help Rafe hitch the teams and
Okay.
saddle the horses.
So yeah, and it's pretty short order. Go ahead and do what were we linking food to? Charisma. Yeah, go ahead and do your charisma, Rafe.
What are you being a cook?
No, well,
I got Nate.
Nate. All right. Yeah. So you guys get. I mean, it was some sausage and then hard bread and cheese was going to be your morning meal. The hard bread and cheese comes out fine, but the sausage is burnt.
Just lightly.
Yeah, it's not like uneatable burnt, but it leaves that aftertaste in your mouth.
Thanks.
All right. So you guys travel along another 16 miles. This is another uneventful day. This is a really well-crafted road, though. As there's mile markers. You do see inns on the wayside as well, right? If you guys ended up stopping close enough, you could potentially stop at one as well. Elbrith doesn't seem to mind bedding down outside of an inn, though, right? But is there anything that you guys wanted to do during the travel of this?
Right.
Really, if I see any really nifty knickknacks or anything that I could take home, then
Like in a village or something?
Souvenirs and stuff, yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you do pass, little villages that have popped up around some of those wayside inns. It doesn't really allow for a lot of stopping through. So if you did want to stop, you'd have to push your horse to make up for the time that you're losing.
Okay. Well, it wouldn't be like stopping and shopping. It'd be like if we're riding through town and someone has a wear out that catches my eye, then toss a silver penny, grab it, and keep on going.
Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of little tiny knickknacks, little food stands, things like that are people are just hawking their wares as you're going. Quite a bit of travel back and forth. Is that all that wanted to be done during the travel for today?
Yeah. So we got how many wagons?
You just have one.
Okay, and
Just
just
one
the one
wagon.
dude.
Yep.
There's not. Okay.
Yep. Just one guy, one wagon, and his 2 horses.
Okay.
So when you guys make camp tonight, he's going to politely ask Adina if she would mind preparing tonight's meal, with kind of a sideways glance at Falk. Right? As it's sorry to offend my lady if I do, but
I'm a merchant guard, as far as he knows. Why is he
know.
calling me my lady?
He really doesn't want to eat burnt food again.
Well, we'll see if I do any better. Yeah, 19.
Okay, good. So yeah, as you guys sit around the campfire, and he's in good spirits, telling tales and about some of his travels. He's spins some tales of noble life in many lands, ranging from simple descriptions of feasts and festivals to elaborate accounts of the 16th birthday celebration of Baslin Quintara of House Mitzobar, heir to the throne of Altara, and the royal coronation of Queen Alejandra of Geldan. His stories are so rich with detail that one might think Elbreth was a gleeman in disguise, or that he was, for some reason, present at all of these events.
I will tell him that he tells tales as a gleeman and ask if he's one in disguise.
As
But like as a compliment.
yeah, as
Sound like a gleeman.
he thanks you. He's unfortunately, I'm not a gleeman, but I should maybe think of a change in profession. He kind of
You have talent, sir.
nudges you a little bit.
But I'll threaten him
Yeah.
that if he's really a gleeman in disguise and he's trying to lie, I'll cut his head off.
Jeez.
Hey, if
He'll
you're
do it,
demon,
too.
you
Because-
have to tell me, but it's the law.
I have no choice but to act this way because I'm going mad. Because in the night I heard a horse speaking a complaint.
As,
What if all horses begin to act as such?
well, the pattern is unraveling.
So
but,
I'm a channeler.
now I'm a chance. You see Cho'Gath off on the side, like trying to move a stump out of the ground with sheer willpower, and this frightens you. Yeah, no, he takes the compliment, and says that he's not a gleeman, just a merchant. Are you guys gonna do
Yeah.
Keep the same watch
the
order.
watch.
same watch? Okay. So yeah, I won't require a roll tonight. I mean, nothing happens as you guys
Well,
are.
thanks for spoiling it, John.
Well, it's an uneventful night. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys are camped about 4 miles outside one of the villages, or little wayside villages. He declined the offer to stop at an inn, as rather push on. 'Cause I got to get the wares to where they're going. But yeah, I mean, morning comes around and it's kind of the same thing as he comes out, and now he just expects you guys to handle the horses, get them all set up, and food.
Right. Well, it'll go faster if we do it anyway. So,
So
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to help with hitching up the horses each morning and bedding them down.
okay, all right. So how was the food, Adina?
Terrible.
Terrible. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. As it happens.
If you link it to intelligence, it would still have been terrible.
Did you get a 1 on that?
I got 3.
Okay. So pretty much the same as before. You know, the day starts out nice bright day. You can feel it's still winter, but down here it's not as cold as in Camelin. There's wildlife, birds, many people going along the road. As you start to get further and further away, though, you see that some of the mile markers are starting to come further between. Those wayside inns are becoming fewer as well. So the third day, does anybody want to do anything?
No.
No?
I
Okay.
guess I'll strike up a conversation about what exactly he was taking, what kind of things he trades in, that sort of stuff.
Be careful what you.
So he has an assortment of finished product. He has some firecrackers and sparklers. He's got some pots and pans. He's got raw ingredients as well. Nothing that makes sense to you, though. And then he has foodstuffs as well. Ice peppers and things of like some rare items, but most of it seems to be the raw ingredients from what he talks about. So if you'd like to, you can try and get a peek inside the...
No.
Okay.
I'll just tell him he ought to be trading out of Tyr and not the 2 dirtiest cities in the Westland. Ilion being the first dirtiest city, of course.
He thanks you for your advice.
You're welcome.
I'll keep that in mind next time.
You do a lot better than this lot you got back there.
Are you talking to us as the merchant guards?
Yeah. But I'm just a merchant guard. I guess what you got's all right.
Well, I do well enough to be able to pay 30 marks a week, so
I'm surprised
I think
too,
the
at that.
trade's doing pretty well.
Looking at what you got back there, that's a big surprise.
You should always declare you should be a merchant guard or a hunter of the horn disguised as a merchant guard, and you should always be announcing that.
All right, so third night comes around again. He's pretty happy to be out on the road. I mean, he was that he was stuck in Ilion, as he had told you when he hired you, because he couldn't find merchant guards. So he's happy that his business is traveling. Tells some more stories, and after the sun sinks down, he bids you good night and goes back into his covered wagon there.
So, who is this guy? Again, I didn't.
His name is Elbereth Hadar.
Yeah. Where is he from? Do we know where he's from?
With the geography, you would be able to find out.
I mean, just the basic? Is he Terran? Is he Ilion? Or
he's not. He's not from Ilion. You can tell that from his speech. Where all have you guys traveled?
Well, just the places you know about.
Okay.
Shine down to
go ahead and do a geography.
I've been in the ways. Not a lot of people can say that.
The waterways.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have everybody do a geography.
Was that intelligence?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, intelligence base.
10.
We got a 2.
Rafe
15.
and
4.
okay. So well-traveled Rafe, like always, you know that he's from Terrebonne. As that's what the shading is the veils that they wear.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Is that he just his bottom half of his face just doesn't get as much light.
Mystery solved.
Yeah. So he's a pretty well-to-do Terrebonner, and he's got nice clothes, speaks with not as a commoner or speaks more like you would if you've heard any of the royalty from Tyr, right? Not the High Lords, but
Other nobility.
other nobility.
Terra Bonner. Were we hearing rumors of? Sorry, I can't quite remember if we were hearing rumors of troubles from the west.
You haven't heard any yet.
Well, we weren't allowed to.
Just nobody was
Yeah,
traveling.
No
that way.
ships were going there.
Okay.
No one. You don't know why, but no one was going from Maheen. No one was going past Ilion, and from there, you just weren't able to find passage out to Falme. But yeah, that's what he is, though. That's a Terra Bonner. But
I might be able to know who he is just because of the extreme hatred between his
Yeah.
nation and mine.
Terra
Yeah.
Bonner dog.
Well, following the general tradition of these sorts of things, like campaigns and traveling merchant wagons, I'll share some stories of my military service in the Blight. Oh, thanks.
okay.
You know, while he's telling stories, and then I'll tell a story about how I lost my ear and got the scar on my face, which is really the only story I have,
Except for your Camelin.
except for being in the ways,
Ugh.
fighting Trollocs, which are real.
He, like any Southlander that you've spoken to, when you start mentioning Trollocs, he laughs it off as fables that his great Nan used to tell him to frighten him to sleep at night. Yeah, the Fades will get you.
What time of year is it?
This is still winter.
Right, so I'll focus mostly on how this is actually nice spring weather compared to the
Yeah.
Borderlands. But anyway, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, he does agree with you to that point, as he has traveled to the Borderlands before. He says that you're right in saying to be not only so near the Blight, but that that blasted cold. Yeah. It's almost not worth it to get these ice peppers.
Something's kind of rankling with me right now. If they don't believe in Trollocs or Fades, but they know the Blight's real, right? So is it just like a toxic waste zone that they're worried is spilling forward? So you got a bunch of Borderlanders up there fighting environmental hazards. Like, how's that
they
work?
are the
We're
EPA.
fighting global warming.
Which is kind of what the Blight is.
All right, so are we going to do the same watch?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's just go proceed with that.
Okay. So go ahead and do your spots and checks, or spots and listen checks. All right, so first watch, we have Adina and Rafe.
I think it was like 9-4.
9-4.
Low.
Okay, and Rafe?
10-15 listen spot.
Okay. So you guys don't hear anything or see anything, but it's a nice, beautiful night as the moon is out. The night birds are calling. Wasn't that a song? Yeah. But yeah, nothing eventful happens for your watch. Falk.
18 and 12. Spot listen.
Okay, so you don't hear anything. You think that you see some movement in the tree line that's about 25 feet away from where you guys are camping. You guys had pulled off onto the side. There's some pretty well established campsites there. There's a wooded area about 25 feet beyond that, and there's a small creek that runs through that. So you're not hearing anything other than some water babbling. Is that right? Yeah. Through that creek, but you do think you see something in that wooded area. Not that you can make out. Just
I'll still get my longbow out just in case, like a deer comes wandering out. Might be nice to have some fresh meat or something.
Do some brush shooting.
Not yet.
Just hope.
Okay.
No point wasting arrows.
So your other than that, I mean, your watch goes pretty uneventfully.
Okay.
So
When I wake up Cho'Gath, I'll mention that there were some things rustling around out in the brush and keep his eye out for those wild boars because they've been known to cause trouble.
okay, yeah, that was about halfway through your watch that happened. And then you hadn't seen anything or heard anything since.
Okay.
All right, and then Cho'Gath.
So I had a 13 spot and a 10 listen.
Okay, so with your keeping an eye on it, the area that he was talking about, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary coming from that wooded area.
Okay.
Okay, so fourth morning rolls around, and as a kind of common routine is Elbrith comes out, stretches, brings out the cookware, and then
I'll take my turn cooking this morning.
okay.
It would have been a good one too.
Got a 15.
Okay. Yeah, so a nice decent meal comes out of that. He breathes a relieved sigh there when he inspects it and tastes it, and the ham isn't over salted or burnt.
Where'd one of the horses go, Cho'Gath?
Ambulance seat, no.
Was it a male horse? 'Cause it might be walking a bit different. Today. I call those Shinaran oysters.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, fourth day, same thing. Is as you start to go, the road is still very well cobbled. It's just the mile markers. The ones that you do see now are starting to deteriorate. Right. Also, the woods haven't been pushed back as far in these areas, so they're starting to reach closer to the roadway as well. You guys last saw an inn yesterday about midday, and Elbrith says that the next one, which is where you guys are going to resupply at, is going to be another 2 days from here. Right. Anybody want to do anything during the day?
No, the only thing that's started to change is I've started grumbling about tasks.
No, you don't like the horses.
Like I hired to be a bloody guard, not what do they call people that work on horses?
Horse handler.
Horse handler.
Yeah.
Stable boy, maybe.
Stable boy, not a bloody stable boy. Mother's milk in a cup.
Blood and bloody ashes.
All right, so fourth night here. He's a little bit withdrawn tonight. Just kind of, not. He'll share in stories, but he's not the one leading the campfire tales tonight.
Okay.
Just try to play my harp.
Well, I'm going to oil my armor and
18.
what have you by the fire.
Okay. I'm going to keep the same watch order through the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Adina and Rafe, you get the first watch. Adina?
1917.
Okay. And Rafe?
12:22.
Is that spot then listen?
Sure, I'll join the order.
Okay. Sounds like something evil now. All right. So you don't see it, but you do hear, and you see and hear things moving in the trees.
This kind of, when I notice them, I try to keep playing my harp all normal, but I kind of like do a little jump, and it kind of, and I'll start inspecting my harp. Are you near the fire?
Yeah.
So I'll kind of get nearer the fire, looking like I'm checking the strings on my harp, and like what type of movement? Just
It's low in the underbrush, right? There's trees and then the bushes.
but I can't make out shapes.
Yeah, you can't really make out the shapes for it. You see a shadow which could have been the head of something, right? Move past. Doesn't look human, as it doesn't have that obvious round.
Are there wolves this far south?
What's that?
Are there wolves in this part of the country?
Yeah, and there's wolves
Okay.
all over.
So I'll, when I'm checking my string, I guess I won't have, if I'm thinking it's not human, I won't have to worry as much about them, like, hearing what I'm saying. So I'll inform Rafe. Falk?
Rafe. Yeah. Yeah, I heard it too. Probably just jackrabbits.
Did you? Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
he
22.
heard it. He
I
just didn't see it.
All
Yeah. And I mean, it's
Well, no, it's hard to tell because he's always lying. So I figured he was just doing his
Now we learn why you gotta speak the truth all the time. Yeah, so yeah, I heard it too, but I'll play it off. You know, it's probably just jackrabbits.
yeah. I mean, it's rustling, some twigs breaking.
I don't think they're a
rustling in the bushes.
nocturnal creature, though.
So that comes about an hour before the next watch happens. But nothing comes out that reveals itself more.
Well, yeah, I'll pass the info on
Okay.
if I'm the one who wakes up Falk.
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, a couple days ago we had the same kind of thing happen. I'm guessing just some boars foraging.
Jackrabbits, probably.
Well, they're making that much noise. It's probably something a little bit larger, like a boar or a deer.
I would be very surprised if that were the case. Sorry. Hey, I've been in the head, Merc. I think I know my wilderness.
Your wilderness is not this wilderness. I'm more used to this wilderness.
Trees are
These are the
trees.
same kind of forests that my father taught me to hunt in. So
A jackrabbit's a jackrabbit. You've heard one, you've
jackrabbits
heard
don't
them all.
break sticks.
Oh. Like I said.
Maybe not up in your northern countries.
What size jackrabbits do you have down here?
It's the Southland. They get real fat.
It's really just a giraffe.
Yeah.
It's a Seredit. That's the elephants that the Shanshan have.
If one of those things comes out of the brush, I'm just running.
Faye.
All right. So, Falk.
So yeah, hearing that there's something rustling around out there, I'll keep my longbow on me with something drawn, and keep my boar spear next to me.
Okay. You want to do your
Yeah.
spot and listen?
Spot was 23. Listen was the same.
Okay. So, you see and hear off in the brush. So the moonlight is coming through the trees to illuminate this a bit better, as this is a very human shape, just one that is moving stealthily but quickly past your guys' camp.
Okay. I'll call out to it.
Okay. What are you gonna say?
I'll call out. If you be traveler, have no fear of us. If you be bandit, come out and announce yourself.
That would make him
Very formal.
very
Yeah.
bloody bad bandit.
It wouldn't be.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a
beneficial to the
bandit. No.
bandit.
Yeah. So you don't get a response, but do another spot and listen.
Should have just done a brush shot right after your announcement.
Spot was 17. Listen was 16.
Okay. So you see but don't hear. So this is you say that as that shape gets to a larger tree. There's a few moments of silence, and then you see it as it dropped low and tried to continue past your camp, but drop behind a bush and keep going, but
Okay.
doesn't make any noise that you can hear.
I'm gonna loose an arrow in its path.
Okay.
Brush shot. And like the last couple of brush shots I've heard about on like Reddit over the last couple of years, you'll most likely be just a nighttime jogger.
Yeah. out.
Yeah, on Lugard Road. Gotta lose some weight.
What's the quote from Princess Bride? Just some fishermen out for a pleasure cruise through eel-infested waters.
All right, so let's see, where is the fool?
Do you
Yeah.
have the Two Rivers longbow?
No, it's just a regular longbow.
I was thinking about what, with a gun, the warning shot has a very pronounced effect. And I know that bows aren't silent, but it's just like, I don't know.
But yeah, I'll try and shoot it in a way that it would hit in his path, so that
okay.
he would see it, or it would see it,
Might as
whatever.
well try to put it right
Is out
past his head so you can hear the arrow. I think that's a really good
Okay,
warning.
go ahead and do an attack.
But I'll also shout out, if you have no ill intent, then show yourself. Oh, that's bad. 8.
Killed him.
Okay.
Oh, 9.
9. So, this shape was moving, trying to move, looks like from one tree to another using a bush as cover. So your arrow thunks into the tree that it would have been going to.
Okay, that should give the effect I was hoping for.
Yeah, and at that, and it stands up and runs.
Should have done
Not-
the warning charge.
Not at you,
with that
just
lance of yours.
off into the night, into the forest there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go wake up Cho'Gath a little bit early,
Okay.
and while keeping an eye on that side of the forest.
Okay. So this happened about 2 hours into your watch.
Okay. So,
So yeah, Falk comes and wakes you up.
Okay.
but yeah, I'll tell him what had happened, that there was a human figure skulking around the outside of the camp. When it didn't respond to my calls, fired a warning shot, and then it fled.
Okay, so I'll light up a torch. Let's go see if we can see any tracks.
Okay.
All right, so you guys will approach the area that has the shrub that the figure was hiding behind, and you see his arrow in the tree.
Uh-huh.
And then, do you have what is it, wilderness lore?
I do.
No, that's why I brought him.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and do your wilderness lore.
Should have had me there.
Yeah, 7.
Okay.
You could BS your way
It's not
there.
too difficult to see, and the ground is obviously disturbed from where someone was frightened, and pretty obvious tracks where they kind of hightailed it out of there.
Themselves?
No,
Oh.
you do see a rolled up piece of cloth laying on the ground though.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll pick it up and look at it.
Okay. Also the footprints are fairly small for like a grown person, right? But when you unroll that, it's a painted game of snakes and foxes.
Oh, like kids play. So you fired an arrow at a child.
I didn't fire it at the child. I fired a warning shot because it didn't respond.
So
I think they even frown at firing warning shots at children.
yeah,
But maybe just in tier. I don't
You
know.
just fire at them, and a true Borderlander child would just take the arrow.
Fire back.
That's how they
right,
talk
so-
in the Borderlands. Shoot arrows at each other.
Do you see any other tracks?
Yeah, I'll kind of expand outward and try and see if I can find any kind of
Okay.
tracks.
Yeah, do another one.
The dice are betraying me. Got another 7.
All right. Yeah, you don't see any other tracks other than that one set.
Okay. I'll say no.
Just the one.
Yeah, a little too stealthy, and the terrain is not good for tracking.
Okay.
Were the prints that we found, do they have shoes on or no shoes?
They didn't have shoes.
Okay.
There's no. It's not a perfect footprint, but and you can you can easily discern that they probably have some like rags covering their feet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say they seem almost like refugee type, very poor.
And so, can I do and it's dark?
Yeah, you have
Besides
you have the torch, and I mean it's pretty good moonlight.
Okay. Who is our? So, are you like the charismatic person?
I think Adina's more charismatic.
Oh man, that's not by much.
I got a 12.
Okay, I got 14.
Yeah, when I see it's a child, I'll try calling out again. You know, child, if you're scared, don't be. I have basically no charisma and no ability to.
Kid, get out of here.
But yeah, I'll say we have food if you're hungry.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Do a listening spot, both of you.
18 listen,
Nice.
16 spot.
Okay, and
13 and 14 listen and spot.
okay. So Cho'Gath, they're still trying to hide a bit, but yeah, a small face pokes out from around a tree at the mention of food.
Okay.
And it's a pretty sunken hollow. It is a small child, and he says that he'll be wanting his game back too.
I'll assure him he can have his game and someone to play it with, and I'll like pull out a ration, like a piece of bread or whatever.
All right. So yeah, he cautiously comes forward. He's eyeing Falk suspiciously, though, as since you took a shot at him. But yeah, he'll come up to you, and you see he's a pretty small youth. He's engages age to be about 9 or 10, so way too young to be out there on his own. He's got pretty worn clothing. It was by no means fine before, right? But where it would have been stout in the past, he's just been out for so long. His feet, although covered by rags, are bleeding as well. So, but yeah, he comes up and gingerly takes the ration from you and kind of hunches away and starts eating at it. He's trying to keep his eye on you at the same time.
Every man has a right to skulk around the woods at night.
Not with old
And every
Falk.
guard has a right to fire arrows at trees in the middle of the night.
So yeah, he wolfs down that ration pretty quick,
Okay.
like digging out any crumbs that were left in the wax cloth there, or wax paper.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll just ask him who he is, what's going on. How did he come to be in such a state? Where's his parents?
Because when you start when you start questioning, he looks on the verge of running again, except that he's eyeing the game that you have in your hand as well. It seems to be the only thing keeping him in place right now. At the mention of parents, lip starts to quiver, and a single tear caught in the moonlight rolls down his face.
What are you?
And he says, he says that his parents were killed. He doesn't remember how long ago, but they were traveling to Lugard as well, or they were traveling to Lugard, and there was some bandits that came in and they stole the horse and they killed Ma and my dad, and I'm gonna find him. And he pulls a sword that he had tucked in the only remaining belt loop, a stick sword. He's like, I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna deal with them. and I'm gonna get revenge for him.
I'm gonna draw my bow on him and say, "Drop the weapon." I'm not gonna actually. do that.
Firing in 5, 4, 3.
Comply
But
with the law.
He offers that his name is Dill.
Okay.
What do we always name the troublesome kids in your game?
Will.
His name's Will.
No, he's Dill.
Well,
Alternate reality.
Oh no!
He's got one eye that wanders.
Yeah, he's average looking boy and
Gray man.
little scrawny, but and obviously dirty, but yeah.
great. You're a great man.
A little too average, huh, John?
Dark.
Your eyes don't slip off of him like they do with Gray Man.
Right. Well, obviously I'll be sympathetic to the poor kid, so I'll tell him, come into camp and rest, and we'll give you some food, at least for the night. For the remainder of the night, and I'll give you your game back.
All right.
Maybe I'll even play it.
Okay. Yeah, he at the mention of you playing with him, he brightens up, and he'll follow you back in as he starts telling you that he doesn't have any dice to play anymore
Okay.
because but he pulls out some rocks that it looks like he's been trying to make dice with, just horrible attempts though.
Okay.
Because pounding rocks together doesn't really make dice. But
Well, so the plan is just to play this game with him until the end of the night. When it's time for everybody to get up, and then I'll ask Adina to see what she can do with his feet.
okay,
Have to amputate them.
You should think get better care of him, kid. Now it's too late.
Woke up one day, feet were gone.
are you
Now
gonna,
he's old Dill Stubbs.
are you gonna question him anymore?
Well, it's not my thing. Like I don't know enough to know what questions to ask. He already told me his parents are dead, and they were killed by bandits. So I don't know what else I would ask him. I just want to
Okay.
keep him in camp because I feel bad for him. So want to keep him here until he can get looked after. As far as his injuries or whatever. And then maybe stay with us until we get to the next town, and then, send him on his way.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go back to my pack and rummage out a pair of spare clothes, take him and drop him at his feet and say, "These will be big on you, but they're warm."
You're gonna be more than big. It'll be a tent.
Yeah.
They will, but
All right, yeah, he'll take the clothes and rolls them up as much as he can
yeah.
to make them fit a bit better. And
As he's doing that, I'll lecture him on not responding to an adult when he was told to show himself,
Just
but
like
apologize for shooting an arrow at him.
just like adults shoot at you and then expect you to apologize. Lecturing.
yeah, he as you're talking and he's changing, and he starts to mention that he learned his lesson about talking or revealing himself to people in the night when he was a few nights after his parents died, as there was a group that had gotten a hold of him and tried to make him a slave, basically, put him to work, and he's still got some. When he pulls his shirt off, he's got some whip marks and stuff like that.
Poor kid.
Say, "Well, you're safe now. We're heading to Lugard. You got family up that way?"
So we were going to see my uncle.
Argyle.
Yeah, Uncle Argyle. But as I don't know, I didn't know the way. I ran so far that night that I got lost. And I wouldn't have been following you and hiding from you, except you guys you leave so much food. Right, just like your scrap throwaway stuff.
Yeah.
That's as he's been following you
That wasn't scraps.
Eating the burnt remnants.
That was the whole meal.
Yeah. He's been following you guys, just digging through your trash.
That's right. We have had a
Afterwards.
couple real bad days there.
Very good.
If that were truly the case, he wouldn't have been following us. I'm like, this is the worst.
That one day where I
This ain't
rolled
worth
like
it.
a 5, yeah, it's just like, oh.
I'm not that starving. Well,
Dark friend.
I'll tell him to lay down in my my bedroll there and get some sleep before it's time to get moving in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, he gladly does that.
It's my watch anyway, so.
And yeah, gladly does that. Just curls up in the blankets and goes to sleep.
Okay. Yeah.
As, right. All of you still do is spot and listen.
15 spot. 4 listen.
There's someone hiding in your bedroll.
Yeah, you notice when you go to
Warning stab.
pull your bed or make your bed in the morning that there's a kid in there. But yeah, night passes uneventfully, as other than some whimpering occasionally from the kid.
Okay.
Falk, stop whimpering.
I can whimper if I want to.
Right, so then when it's sunrise or whatever, and I'll wake everybody up, I'll tell Adina, sorry, that the whole story, but tell her that this kid needs medical attention.
Okay. Yeah, he'll sleep in until either enough noise gets made or someone goes to wake him up. But yeah, he's in the daylight. He's a sore sight.
Yeah, so I'll go wake him up. I'll give his shoulder a shake.
Okay. Yeah, as he wakes up with a start.
I'll have breakfast ready.
Okay. Yeah, so he wakes up with a start and eyes you a bit warily at first, and then when he sees the food, he starts in on it.
While you're eating that, let me check your feet. Cho'Gath says that you walked them to ribbons.
Yeah, he'll let you.
Yeah, so I'll I don't know, find some sort of bandage, and I'll start fussing with it like I'm tying off a bandage around his foot, and then I'll warn him, tell him that I don't know, like maybe get some old tan grease or something. Tell him it's a salve,
Yeah.
and that he'll feel like really cold,
Okay.
and then I'll heal him. What do we got?
Can you delve?
Yeah, I can do that if you want first.
Well, it's up to you on if you want to do.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. As so it's not just his feet and his backside that you see, is he's also sick from being out in the elements for as long as he was.
All right. Well, I'll let you figure out if I can take care of any sickness as well. But I'll cast heal at a level 1.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Actually, yeah, we can do that. Keep forgetting that they add that the time on that skyrockets really quick. But it's only a minute, so I figure that's
Okay. And what did you get?
for my heal.
Yeah.
He gets 11 hit points back.
Okay. Yeah, so that's enough to take care of him and his sickness as well.
Now, don't touch the bandages for at least a couple days. The salve has to work.
Okay. Yeah, he nods eagerly, and there's a jolt that kind of runs through him when you do it, where he stiffens and sits more erect. But yeah, he he starts continues eating a bit more ravenously than before. Now, when Elbreth comes out this morning and sees the kid, he's gonna ask, "Where did this kid come from?"
He was here the whole time.
He's your son.
That's just your son.
He wasn't. 'Cause we can't keep picking up strays.
The kid should be right in on it. Daddy! Except unfortunately he lost his parents not too long ago and is now a homeless orphan.
Yeah, well, I could anticipate that how he might feel about it, so I'll tell him the story and assure him that he won't slow us down.
And if it's a matter of cost for feeding the boy, I'll take care of it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
All
getting
right.
downright almost into
what are you, Mother Teresa?
yeah, like no Western movies like
Yeah.
I
hard.
shot at the boy. I feel bad about it.
All right, yeah, I mean that puts his blustering at ease there. So he
I think he's Sanchin.
he sits down and eats breakfast, and then you guys get all the horses packed up. Who's the kid riding with?
Not with me.
He can ride with me.
Yeah, or me, it's fine.
Okay. He'll right now he'll ride with Cho'Gath since he's the initial protector there.
I'll lecture him about how foolish it is to ride with me rather than the pretty lady, but it won't.
Also,
But like as a joke.
also because you'll ride into the heart of the thickest battle
Yeah.
you can find, where death surely
Good luck,
courts.
kid.
Is yeah, I mean he blushes when he looks at Adina, and you know, like, no, I can't ride with her. She's those
A
eyes would
highborn lady?
mesmerize me to no end, and I'd never even know where I was going. Right? He's just making excuses, obviously embarrassed that if he was to ride with her, and if you do push it a little bit, he will though.
No, I was just
Okay.
Just,
All right, so the road ahead begins to wind. It's through a set of low hillocks, twisting uphill and downhill as it passes by occasional stands of trees. The uneven, sparsely populated terrain stretches on for miles. If ever there was a terrain well suited for banditry, this is it.
well, then everybody keep your eyes open.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do spot and listens.
And I'll have my short bow out.
Okay. Adina?
20 and 12. There we go.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, you guys do, or you hear and see movement, but you can tell that it's wildlife moving around. What did you get? You get Cho'Gath?
10 listen and 22 spot.
Okay, same for you, as you're hearing and seeing wildlife move around in the brushes.
26 spot and 18 listen.
Yeah, same thing for you there, Rafe.
6'9".
You think that you are seeing,
I yield.
people moving around out there.
If I see some like fat, juicy rabbit, can I take a shot at it?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Something to supplement.
I'll be walking, not on my horse.
Okay.
The boy will be on the horse.
Yeah, I'll
With
take
your,
a shot at
helmet
the
on.
rabbit.
Yeah. Put over his.
Yeah. Make 3 attack checks.
Okay. 2 14s and a 13.
Okay. So you get 2 rabbits, nice big fat rabbits. The other one gets away though.
Okay.
Go ahead and do another round of spots. So this will be traveling about an hour and a half in. All right, Adina
21 and 13.
and Cho'Gath,
16 and 13.
Falk,
16 spot, 26 listen.
and Rafe.
8:22.
All right, so yeah, you can hear. You guys keep hearing and seeing wildlife. You continuously hear things moving, which may be wildlife, sound very similar to wildlife, but you swear you keep seeing something else.
City boy getting jumpy in the woods.
Going mad.
Do you want to investigate?
No, it's pretty clear they're jackrabbits. Like I said, big fat jackrabbits.
All right. We'll go ahead and do one more. This will be before a couple hours before midday here. All right, Adina
12 and 19.
and Shogoth
10 and 10.
and Falk
15 and 7.
and Rafe.
7 and 14.
Okay, so wildlife for Adina and Shogoth. You see the wildlife, but it's not sounding like wildlife anymore. You continuously see this thing moving through, but it sounds like wildlife.
Okay.
It is wild.
So,
No, it's not.
all right. So midday rolls around. Elbreth makes the announcement that you'll stop for some eats
All right.
before you continue.
Sorry about that, John. I was just picturing like all those stupid YouTube videos where they'll dub over like some voice or a rapper and it's like a bird squawking type of thing, but it's got that rapper voice. So you're seeing wildlife, but it's not sounding like wildlife.
Yeah. when we break for lunch, I'll
Sound effects are wrong out here or something.
yeah.
It's like marketplace
Wrong
sounds.
file.
I'll take my boar spear and go out to investigate a little bit once we stop for lunch.
Okay. I lost some of my pages that had. What is your guys' hit points?
Mine's
7.
9.
15.
31.
Jeez.
He really is a hunter of the Lord.
What is your spot checks or spot bonuses?
+3.
Plus 1.
Plus 6.
Plus 2.
And your listen?
Yeah.
3 as well.
3 for me as well.
6.
Plus 2.
Okay. All right. So,
I'll follow along with Falk to go investigate because I had the opposite. I hear wildlife, but it looks like
yeah.
traveling people or something.
As this continues, Hadar starts complaining every time that you guys stop for a moment to try and get a better look at what's moving or listen a little bit more. As he'll start complaining that we'll never make it to Lugard at this rate.
I wasn't going to try and stop like as we were traveling, but when we stopped for lunch, I was going to kind of range out.
Oh, okay. All right. Do wilderness, and if you have it as well.
I'll just
Right.
help him.
Well, he rolls bluff for all his skills.
Okay.
I didn't help you though.
Yeah, I did bad too. I got a 9.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's no nothing that is obvious as human. I mean, there's multiple animal, which has been pretty constant through it.
Yeah, as I'm wandering around, I'll be muttering about. I swear I heard some people out here.
Are you starting to feel that you're now being the hunted?
No, I'm just concerned that I'm losing my hunting edge.
Too long in the city, those 3 days.
Yeah. Well, we spent a little bit of time in Camelin, and then maybe it's all the drink. I was
drinking
warned
a lot.
about it.
That earring too is probably throwing off your sense of direction.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys you eat. It's uneventful other than there's food. So, and then continue on. I'll have everybody do 2 more spot and listens. And, all right, Adina,
17 and 19.
and then Shogoth,
4 and 3.
and Falk.
I'm dozing as I
10
want.
and 19.
Well, yeah, you stayed
And,
up with the kid, and
Rafe.
now you're walking.
8 and 4.
Okay, so Adina and Falk, you still recognize the wildlife. Cho'Gath and Rafe, as Cho'Gath, you're seeing and hearing non-animal shapes and sounds in the woods that you guys pass. Same with you, Rafe.
Like people.
Yeah, as you're, yeah, and you never see it clearly, but it looks like you're being followed. And then what was your second checks?
19 and 15.
Okay.
Nine and 23.
All right.
14 and 17.
Okay. And
3 and 6.
all right. So yeah, this is continued. There's people just pacing alongside you. Cho'Gath, the sounds start to sound more wildlife, but you're seeing shapes that you can't identify as either human or wildlife. You and Adina and Falk, you guys are fine, recognizing that this is wildlife. So, as the day's travel starts to end, and you're looking for a area to camp, Adina, Falk, and Rafe, you see. So out of a stand of overgrown trees and brush at the side of the road, you see figures hiding inside of those. As there are 6.
All that paranoia, and they're just right out there.
They were walking next
As-
to me.
No, those were the lost souls of the dead.
People killed by bandits.
Yeah,
Kids' parents.
Cursed to walk the road.
You do see these,
yeah.
yeah. As
I can't trust my own eyes, though.
Are they armed? Are they?
yeah,
Yeah.
there's 2 that have clubs, 2 with spears, and 2 with slings.
I'll embrace Sayadar.
Okay, and you 3 will get surprise action.
Okay.
Well, are they coming to attack us? Like, obviously.
They're waiting,
Okay.
and they're in perfect spot for an ambush.
Okay. But yeah, I'll have my bow drawn and give a shout, bandits, and then fire a warning, not warning shot.
Warning,
Okay.
not warning.
Go ahead and do your attack.
More where this came from.
Which one are you going to target?
We'll target the one with the spear.
Okay, one of the ones with the spear.
Yeah,
Okay.
and 11.
Okay, that's a miss.
So it was a warning shot.
Yeah. And then Rafe, what are you going to do?
I'll ready my short bow.
Okay. Do you want to? Did you not have it out from before?
No.
Okay.
He can't look cool on his horse if he's got to worry about.
Yeah. All right. So then we'll get initiative. I apologize, Cho'Gath. That's the first time that I've rolled a 1 for you instead of a critical.
I forgive you.
So
Because he has absorbed his luck back.
Yeah.
okay. Adina
12.
and Cho'Gath
20.
and Falk
13.
and Rafe.
6.
Gonna have to bend some of the 3-0s here.
All right, so Cho'Gath will go first. So you guys were walking. There, Falk had shouted bandits and loosed an arrow into some shrubs that are about 40 feet in front of you,
Okay.
off to the right of the road.
Okay. What? So, do I see these bandits?
Yeah, now that you know where to look, you can see on that side of the road, there's 4 on that side of the road
Okay.
that are just hiding in some of the shrubs.
And it's about 40 feet away.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell Dill to get to the back of the, back behind the wagon. 'Cause he's on my horse. And then I'll ready my sword and shield.
Okay. Yeah, so he'll move off to the back. And then, so the bandits with the clubs, so out of that pair of 4, 2 of those stand up and rush at you guys. What was your march order? Were you out front, Cho'Gath?
Yeah.
Okay, and then where?
Actually, no, I don't think I would have been in front. Probably he would have, because
Yeah.
he's like the woodsman dude.
All right. So are you and Rafe up front?
Sure.
Okay, and then it would be the cart, and then
Then
you two.
us, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, these guys come out and they're gonna rush. One will rush Fault. One will rush Rafe with clubs.
1 horse bonus.
19.
Yeah,
Okay. And then
unless I get a twirling horse bonus.
for
Might have,
2 damage.
was it a height?
I think I get a bonus to my attack for that, but for attacking from horseback.
And what was your AC, Rafe?
16.
All right, that one missed you.
But you're still dead.
All right, and then what's your dex, Folk?
16
Okay.
or 14. Sorry.
All right, yeah. So you'll go. It'll be you next.
Okay. Yeah, I'll drop the bow and draw my sword,
Okay.
and while guiding with my knees on the horse, and I think I have an attack.
All right. Roll the ride, as I know it's only a 5, but
No, it's a 10.
is it a 10 in this? Nice.
14
Okay.
because I get +2 for my military. Or no, that's just for staying in the saddle.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got a 12.
Okay. You still make it.
20
Yeah, that's a hit.
for 8 damage.
So, they're not wearing any armor. So you just deliver a very vicious downward slash that goes across his chest and opens him up quite a bit. He's pretty woozy standing there, but he's still standing.
Yeah, I'll shout something semi-heroic like "Protect the cart."
Women and children first.
Our lives for the cart.
All
Okay.
is lost. Flee for your lives.
Abandon your pose.
All right, so on the other side of the road, 2 more stand up, and these have slings. And these will target.
Oh shit! It's actually a DC 20.
For
If it's not a war horse, each round to keep them from running away. Page 152.
Well, my horse will be running away.
Is that to guide with knees or
No, to attack
to attack?
on a horse.
All right, do another ride check.
17.
Okay, so you'll still deliver your blow, but your horse shies away, and you have to fight it from trying to bolt.
Yeah, it says if you don't dismount, you must take a ride check DC 20 each round as a move action just to control that horse. If you succeed, you can perform an attack action after the move action. If you fail this ride check, it is considered to have been a full round action, which means you can't do anything else until your next turn.
Okay, so that means I wouldn't have been able to attack him.
So your horse
But
just
do you
reared
want
up.
to get off of your horse?
Okay, so I'll have to do that.
Okay, so I'll allow you to dismount. All right. So the 2 that have slings, they are going to try and target. One of them will try and target Cho'Gath, and the other one is going to try and target Elbrith up in the front of the wagon.
Oh, right.
Gotta keep the fingers crossed I don't get targeted.
So the one that targets you, he's swinging it around, and when he lets go of his sling too. And so they both fly.
Surprisingly easy to do.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
As, he curses and draws his dagger.
Darn it.
The other one doesn't let go of his sling, but his bullet sails wide of Elbrith. And then Adina.
I will channel Tool of Air at a level 0, so it will do 1d6 be subdual.
Okay.
And I'll target the one that still has his
Sling. Okay.
So we'll save for half. It's a 13.
Okay, he failed.
He takes 5 subdual.
Okay.
As something just conks him on the head. Now I'm hoping that technically, because it's subdual, it's not quite using the 1 power as a weapon. But
I thought
my
you
life is in.
Well, yeah, your
Yeah, I
life
was
is in
gonna say.
danger. You can, and even if you were
were
bound to it.
I also figure it might be easier to explain a couple lumps that are randomly there as opposed to dagger slashes.
Yeah.
That would be the next weave higher.
As he so he looses and as he's reaching back down for another bullet, he stumbles forward a bit and reaches up to touch the back of his head. All right, and then Rafe.
So I will dismount and take a step away from my horse
Okay.
and fire. I suppose it would be the same target that Adina hit.
Okay.
Not that you know, because it's invisible.
Right.
Ooh, nice.
Critical threat.
Nice.
Just a hit.
Are you sure? Just bluff
Probably.
your way into a
You're
It's a
critical.
5.
Okay. Yeah.
No, just bluff your way. It's obviously a critical, man.
Obviously, that was a critical. For 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so this guy had stumbled forward a bit at the blow, right as an arrow takes him in the throat,
Nice shot.
and he falls.
Kill stealing.
As all right, so the two that had the spears stand up, and they'll move forward and try to attack Rafe and Falk. Oh, one of them will try to attack Rafe, and actually the other one is going to try and go for Elbrith. So the one that attacks you, Rafe, he thrusts his spear, and it glances. What are you wearing for armor?
None.
None. Do you have any metal buckles or anything?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so yeah, he thrusts like high, hits your shoulder strap that's metal, and his spear breaks.
Could have got caught.
Kaviri.
Could have got caught in maybe some horse various straps for
Yeah,
like the
well, I mean,
saddle
I got
or-
like my backpack on, and so you got the right thing. Yeah.
The one thrusts at Elbrith and misses. All right, and then it'll be back to Cho'Gath. So the scene is one sling down, the other one lost his sling. Guy with two people with clubs are engaged, Rafe and Falk. Mm-hmm. Rafe has another guy with a spear that just broke, who's tried to engage him, and Elbrith has a guy that's thrusting a spear at him.
Right. I will charge the one that's attacking Elbrith.
Okay.
11.
That's did you add your plus for the charge?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a hit.
7 damage with my longsword.
Okay. So yeah, he's in the motion of thrusting, and you run up and slash him along the ribs. It's a pretty nice cut. He gives a cry of surprise and grumbles a bit as he. These guys should be using swords. We just have these spears. All right.
Getting too old.
Then we'll have the club guys.
Couple of club guys.
So the one swings at Falk and misses. What's your AC, Rafe?
16.
Okay, that one hits for 3 points of damage. All right, and then it is Falk.
All right. I'm gonna. Am I close enough that I can attack the one that is attacking Rafe?
No, you'd have to move 10 feet to do that. Just go across the front of the wagon. But you have one that's engaged with you
that's
too.
engaged with me.
He's one of the club wielders.
All right. Yeah, I'll attack the one in front of me, and then take 5-foot step back towards Rafe.
Okay.
13
That's a hit.
for 4 points damage.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you score a slash across his arm and step back. All right. So the sling guys or the one, sorry, he drew his dagger and is going to advance. Not engage yet, but start moving forward towards Cho'Gath and Elbrith, and then it will be Adina.
Who do we got up right now?
So the two clubs, the one sling who's now a dagger, and then the two spears. So one spear guy's engaging
Any of
Elbrith.
them been hurt recently?
Yes, the one that
The
That-
spear that Cho'Gath.
Cho'Gath, and then
All right.
the one that Falk just hit.
All right, we'll go for the one that Cho'Gath hit. So
Okay.
we'll save. 13.
He succeeded.
Takes 2 subdual.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right, and then Rafe.
So I'll take a step back, trying to get my back to Falk. I'll ditch my short bow, draw my club, and I guess I'll ready that action until
Okay.
he threatens me again.
Okay.
Or I threaten him again, sorry. I think that should put us back to back.
Yeah.
I had it right.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, so the spear, one of the spear guys tries to attack Elbrith, misses, and the other one misses. Okay, so that'll take it back to Cho'Gath. So you have the spear guy right next to you. The other spear guy, his spear had broken. He'll draw his dagger and try to attack you, but he missed. So, but Cho'Gath, it's you again.
All right, so the guy I sliced last time is still there,
Yes.
and then who's nearest me besides that?
After that, it's going to be the guy that was attacking Rafe with a spear.
And how far away is he?
He is 5 foot from you, or from the guy you're attacking.
Okay.
So if you 5 foot up, you'll be within range of both of those.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I'll 5 foot, and then I'll attack the one I attacked last time
Okay,
for 20 something.
that's a hit.
20, or actually, sorry, just 19
Yeah, still a hit.
for 10 damage.
Okay, so yeah, you're using a sword, right?
Yeah, long sword.
All right, so yeah, you slide over to the side, and as you go, you take his back.
Mm-hmm.
and thrust through the front or through the back and out the front.
Okay, I want to cleave. Is he dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, then I'll cleave to the other guy.
Okay.
What's that? 17. So 23.
That's a hit.
22, sorry. For 8 damage.
All right. So you pull your sword from the first guy and in one motion flick out and catch the other guy in the throat. That was a broken spear there.
Yeah,
And he drops.
good. I'll laugh at him. You chose a dishonorable profession, friend.
All right. So the last guy with the club. What's that?
Shouldn't there still be 2 of
Oh,
them?
I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. The 2 guys with the club. They're going to drop their weapons and flee.
Pull out the bows.
Attack of opportunity, or are they full disengaging?
They will. Or I'm sorry. They don't flee. They throw down their weapons and beg for mercy as they fall to their knees and plead you not to kill them.
I've actually never killed anybody. He always gets to it.
Yeah, I think
You did.
Shogoth
You
is
just
still
stuck an arrow through some dude's throat.
Yeah, well,
It's not as the same as if you
there's
do it
some
with
one
your own
power
hands.
involved there. We can't really be sure what.
But yeah, the one dagger guy. Well, I'm sorry. So yeah, those 2 fall and plead for mercy, and then it'll be Falk.
Yeah, I'll put a sword at the throat of the one that was attacking me.
Okay. Yeah, he's begging you for all he's worth not to kill him.
Yeah, I'll just hold him there.
And all right, so the guy that had lost his sling, he's going to disengage. He's still out of combat from anybody. But yeah, he'll run off down the road, which will bring it to Adina.
Need to see how far that weave reaches.
How far away is he?
He is 120 feet down the road.
He's out of range for me.
Okay. Yeah, Rafe. It'll be one more round now, or there before he's out of sight. So he's 120 feet down the road from you.
Yeah, I'll.
'Cause your bow is down on
Yeah,
right at the ground.
no, I'm aware, but
Okay.
he made it out free.
Lucky to survive. Okay.
So I'll keep my. I'll threaten the other dude with the club. Of the 2 that have knelt, you know, you put a sword to the
Yeah.
throat of one. I'll put my club to the throat of the other.
Okay. Did you buy a sword?
What?
You bought a
I
sword.
s-
didn't
yeah,
you?
but I used my
okay,
club,
you just used your
yeah.
club. Just put it to the base of his neck.
I got it.
Bash you.
Rested on his head.
Okay, so yeah,
Comes out
that that effectively ends the combat. The other guy will finish running off, unless anybody wants to pursue him on horse.
Nah.
Okay,
Now it's time for our alignment check.
We're still lawful good,
so you guys
possibly.
have two of the bandits that have given up, and then there's 3 that are laying around.
That one that got away is going to bring back a whole fist to Trollocs. Worst of dark friends in these hills.
Well, I mean, you have your longbow. You could try to take a shot at him, maybe.
Yeah, but I'm
If
not
you-
going to.
Okay.
Anyone hurt?
Huh?
Did any of us get hurt?
Yeah, I got hit by a club, and I think Rafe got hit by a club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I'll motion for you 2 to sit down by the wagon so I can start fussing over your wounds.
This isn't
Well,
bad,
it's,
just just
Yeah.
Let's restrain these guys first.
Well, like that.
Yeah.
Thank you, God.
Shogoth doesn't restrain. He's unrestrained, walking the earth, killing indiscriminately.
No, I won't kill them. They surrendered.
Got to keep our eye on the boy too. And
So what I'll do is I'll walk behind Falk, and kick his elbow
Push it forward.
and then yell, Tavarin! It must
I'll just like pretend to trip. Oh no!
It's all right, lad. It was the Queen's justice.
I was thinking it'd be funny if he like accidentally sneezed or something, and he just starts getting this reputation because like every time someone surrenders, he accidentally kills them, but no one knows that. So it's like no one surrenders to Falk the madman.
Does pizza sound good to you guys?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hungry, so I'm gonna order Papa Murphy.
This has been a Death Watch production. Thank you for listening.